Testing. 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 the birds here at the Oakland airport. It is neatly
high performance climb or HPC that we did with our pilots, like with the officers. Like we're all these people, we're all just trying to put on a great show.
Okay. Hello. Hey everyone. Let me just set up a few more things here. You can see there's a camera right in front of me. Okay, we have a lot of things we can play with today. Let's see. Couple more people here. Alright, let me see who is missing here. I don't have Frank. No Leah. No Ashton. And oops, Ashton just came in. Okay, so let me go back there. Ashton. No Ethan. Elena. Sirius. Kylie. And Oscar. Alright, so looks like I have everybody else. Alright, so as you see this thing right here, right in front of my face, so this is a 360 camera. Okay, so I have it all set up. So the last 2 or 3 years I cannot do this because there were actually no inexpensive 360 camera that you can actually do live stream. Maybe 5 years ago or 4 years ago there was a couple cameras can do that, but they all kind of, I guess, not very successful, so they all dropped out. And then so eventually there's no hardware support, no software update, so you cannot do that anymore. But this camera came out maybe a year and a half ago, and then they start providing live stream support as well. So right now I have it set up direct to stream. Well, actually I have it Wi-Fi set up to my phone, and then from my phone it's streaming live to YouTube right now. So if you have access to YouTube, you should be able to actually look at my live stream from this camera. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the chat so you can type this in. So if you type in, go to YouTube and just type in Insta360 live com 120 demo, you should be able to find my live stream. Okay, anyone seen my live stream yet? Again, if you're in a computer, it will be really easy to do. On a laptop, you know, if you're on a phone, maybe a little bit harder, but still you can do it. Anyone seeing it? Alright, now the cool thing is you can actually click on the screen and drag and look for my... Easy to do on a laptop. You know, if you're on a phone, maybe a little bit harder, but still you can do it. Alright. Can you drag my phone or drag your screen and see my office? It's pretty cool, right? It's kind of crazy. You can actually control and see what you want to see. I'll give you just a view for those who cannot access it. I'm gonna switch to my share screen so that you can at least kind of get a sense. Okay, so you should be able to see this screen here. I'm gonna have to turn off the audio so that for a moment you won't hear my audio. And this is just so that it won't feed back to the live stream. And I'm just gonna drag the screen so that you can see my office. Okay. Okay, so I just turned my speaker back on. So as you can tell, right, this is live. This is you know, pretty easy to do. I think this camera is probably about $400 around there. It came out about maybe a year and a half ago. The predecessor of this one is X3. This is the X4, and so this is the current version. This is the newest one. But you can see it's kind of fun, right? You can do live streaming 360, where people can just look around. You can actually set it up to OBS. However, since the update just came out, I think it was yesterday, March 12th, literally. So I think it's still a little glitchy. But you should be able to, maybe in a few months, you should be able to directly connect this to your laptop, and then from your laptop running through OBS, and then from OBS you can do a live stream broadcast with 360 cameras using OBS. And the advantage is that then you can have multiple cameras, using OBS. But this is just something, kind of like going back to my theme. Anyone can do this now, basically, and it's not very expensive to do something kind of different and cool and interesting. It just, I don't want to say a gimmick, but it's something that I think you can use to maybe enhance what you're doing. And of course, this is just one aspect of it. You can shoot live, you can shoot 360 video. Someone just came in, so let me just let them in here. Give me a second. Okay. Alright, so let me stop the screen sharing for a second, and then I'll go back to attendance and change the attendance. Alright, so the whole idea is that you can shoot 360 video and edit 360 video, and then you can upload it. So if you were just doing that, another thing could be fun is to make videos, have the 360 concept. The whole idea is that you can shoot 360. Alright, so I don't want to keep looping it in here, so let me gonna go to and I've been, maybe I've shown it in this class also. So for doing 360, there's some advantage as opposed to just doing regular video. Alright, so let me just bring in I always like to use the Blue Angels because I thought it's always pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to share the screen again. Alright, so you might have seen this if you have taken my class before. So this is like an actual...
Hi, my name is Captain Tom Frost.
This is a recorded, of course, this is a 360 video. And again, you can decide where to look. I'm just dragging my screen here. and you know, you can see how close they are when they're flying. You know, it's pretty amazing. You know, so the ability of doing 360 video, I think one of the cool aspect is like if you're doing instructional video, you can really show people, you know, they can, maybe I'm doing something right here, you can see me doing something, and in fact you can just point the camera and look at my hands, what I'm doing, you know, so at the same time, so you can get almost like a more immersed experience, you know, when you're doing 360 instead of a regular video. Zoom currently cannot do that, so you cannot do Zoom to do a 360, but there's a way, you know, there's tricky way things you can do to play with that, but still it's not easy to do something like through Zoom. But I can live stream the video to YouTube, and remember, live stream is not like, you know, there's a delay to it, right? So if you're try to have a conversation with people like in Zoom, you know, you're gonna have problems. So you cannot really do that if you're doing a live demo, you know, unless like you don't have any interaction, you just want to demo something, right? So that's like one maybe drawback, you know, if you want to live stream it, you know, that's going to be delay. If you're going to use Zoom, right now you cannot do Zoom 360. So, make sense? Okay. All right. So, and I thought about it, and then I thought, okay, I think last class I kind of show you some of this capability about something called virtual camera. So I thought, okay, well, why don't I demonstrate how to do this to you? So I have my OBS already set up. All right, so right now I'm gonna use my laptop to call into the class. Okay, so and again, I have to turn off the audio in here because well, I turn off the laptop audio so it won't feedback. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my laptop to call into the class using Zoom, and then I'm gonna run OBS as a virtual camera, so that instead of using my laptop camera, I'm gonna use OBS as a camera. Make sense? So then in that one screen, you see, instead of my laptop, like a repeat of me, you see OBS output. Okay. So let me just go join the class here and just hit join here. All right, I just hear the ding ding, and then you should be able to see me on here, and it will say OBS from my laptop. You all see that screen? It should be the last person joining. If you scroll around, you might be able to see on the bottom. It will say OBS from my laptop. You saw it, people? Alright, so if you double click on that, it would just become the full screen basically. Okay, but you might not need to if you have a computer. So I'm not going to use volume and this will transcribe. So now I'm going to turn on my camera. You should be able to see one of my camera in here. Alright, so don't get confused, right, from the main camera right here. The OBS for my laptop is the one. So just to be less confusing, I'm going to turn off my camera here. So you only see me here one time. Alright, so now remember, this is OBS. So meaning that I can switch cameras. Remember I did 4 cameras, right? So I'm going to switch camera from here. So I'm going to switch over to my camera 2. Remember that was that one camera, and then my camera 3, which is the auto tracking camera. See, it's still tracking. Okay, and then go back to the floor split. Remember, I have that live stream Earth Cam there on Tuesday. I think it's playing some commercial right now. All right, so and I can go back to just the Earth Cam itself. So now this is almost like a TV studio, right? And I'm live streaming, and well, I'm not live streaming, I'm zoom in basically. Okay, so this is one way you can mimic a TV studio setup, and then but live stream to other people. Now, for those who have been to the TV studio, you probably, I have mentioned it to you before, or at least if you've taken my class, our TV studio has kind of like the reverse of live streaming. Okay, so I can send a link to people who I want to interview, and then they can use their laptop to click on that link, and then automatically, it's not Zoom, but it's like Zoom, where their laptop will connect it to the studio. So their camera will become sort of like a Zoom session, so that I can actually remote interview people using our TV studio. Okay, now this had been used a lot during the pandemic, you know, where almost everyone's working from home. So you might have seen reporter from their house, right? And then they will be reporting or reading news or doing something. And the way they did it is basically their studio has the same kind of capability where they can remotely call in using the laptop, and then they can actually do a live sessions. You see CNN, you see all kinds of news organizations, they do that. You know, so sometimes the quality is lower, you can kind of tell, you know, because they don't have a really good webcam. Or if you have a 4K webcam, you know, like this is a 4K webcam in here, so this one is pretty decent, and because this can do tracking, you know, you can actually make it kind of move a little bit too. Oh, let me just switch back to my 4K in here. So this is my 4K camera. So remember, this one has live tracking. Ooh, I get confused looking at my phone. Okay, but it's still tracking right now, you know, so it can be pretty decent quality, you know. And imagine if you have like three of these like 3K 4K cameras, and you can actually have different people in a bigger space, and then they can just kind of move around, do different things. The tracking camera here actually allows you to mount it like on top, so that you can be like demonstrating doing things, and then so they have different modes in here that you can use. So everything in here so far you're seeing is kind of cool. So if you want to take it up to another level, we can do something even more interesting. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see. So I'm gonna switch to my desktop. So this is the laptop, what I'm running right now, the OBS. If it's too small, you might have to double click on it to make it full screen. So this is what the laptops is doing. Okay, you see this infinite windows of like kind of mirrors, because it's just like showing you what it's displaying, so it's constantly showing, you know, like a mirror to a mirror. But anyway, so you can see how I'm running all those things. I am trying to run the Insta360 camera in here, but since it just came, the update just came out yesterday, it's kind of screwy. So it's a little bit difficult to do it right now, but I could access it. I could access the camera right now. It's just that the connection between OBS and YouTube is not working. So, but I'm optimistic because I have get it done. I have made it work before using another camera, but that was like probably 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So I know it will work, but it's just a matter of like they had to figure out all the bugs right now. But that's my desktop, and then I could show, if I have two screens right now, which I don't, I can actually set up another screen, connect to my laptop, so that I can actually show the second screen of what let's say I want to demo software, then I can actually do it that way. And again, I can use OBS as my switcher, so that I can use OBS to switch to a live camera, to my desktop, to my different things, and so that I can do like a live demo. All right. So if you think about it, this is like hopefully expand the things that you think you can do, and you don't really need to invest a lot of money to do what I'm trying to do right now, because most of you already have a laptop, so you might just need one more camera, like an external webcam, because you can do a lot of different things even though without buying anything, because remember you have a phone also. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, since I'm using my phone to live stream my 360 camera, let me show you, maybe using a different camera you can see this better. So I'm gonna pick this one. This is easiest. So if you can see right now, okay, I'm still live streaming my 360. So this is a 360 camera right here, okay, and then this is my phone live streaming it to YouTube, and my phone is actually attached to a gimbal. I don't know if you see this, okay,